Hello, Internet, and welcome to Art Town Wednesday. My name is Reagan Dickard. I'm an artist and illustrator in Seattle, Washington, and on Wednesdays I take a trip to Art Town to work on art whether I want to or not, and I invite you to join me to draw along with me, and also to be my encouragement to continue to draw whatever it is that you want, or keep me company, keep you company. It's all good. Also, it's Inktober, which means a lot of us are drawing every day on certain days, whether we want to or not. And you can do that with me if you want. Okay, so also on Wednesdays, I just had a big mix up. I normally start streaming at 6. I don't know what happened. I just do this to myself. I forgot and I got all ready and I'm here at 5 instead. So hello, Victoria. I totally forgot. I sat down and tried to hi Renee. I pulled up my Instagram and I was sharing that the stream was about to start, and then I was like, oh, I messed up, and I set the timer so it starts at 6. And then also I looked at my timer here that I normally have at the beginning, and it was also at 6, and I was like, oh wait, I normally do stream at 6. So I don't know. Welcome, an hour early. I'll still stream from 6 to 8, but it's okay. I got some stuff to work on, so I'll just do it on the live stream anyway. Welcome, Renee. Welcome, Victoria. Thank you for joining me an hour early. We will probably have most of our, Art Town friends joining us at the regular time, 6. Welcome, Reagan. At the regular time, 6 p.m. So maybe I'll just do some real drawing. I was already a little stressed that I wasn't going to be prepared. I know exactly what I want to do. I just have to do it and prep for it. Because I am behind on my Inktober, my own Inktober prop list. Victoria is caught up, but like I said in my recent Instagram post, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, You can, there's no wrong or right way to do it. So, what's up, guys? What are you up to? Thanks for joining me early. What's going on? How was your week? How's your week been? I am going to start working. I might, for this first hour, work a little bit more, than talk, because I think everybody's going to join us later. So that I can prep to get the easy stuff done, starting at 6. Victoria's making dinner, gonna work on tomorrow's prompt soon. Nice. Yeah, work on it at 6 when we're supposed to. You make your dinner. Renee's week has been stressful. Deadline on Friday, so a lot of work, but right now drawing. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you're getting to work in some, get some drawing time in, and you're gonna meet your deadline. It's gonna be good. I know it's stressful. You got this. Trying to keep up with Inktober. I know it's hard. It's hard when you got deadlines. I had a deadline today and I was like, what am I gonna do? I gotta prioritize doing that before I can do Inktober. Yeah, So what I am planning to do, technically I'm doing my Ghoulish Gallery. I have so far done, as you guys have seen, I think, the Banjo Witch and the Bloodsucker. I have not done the Puddle Monster, Mothman, or the Werebeast. And I know for at least 2 of them, I have an idea for something very simple that I think I'll be able to use later. Oh my god, I feel like my voice is lost a little bit. What's going on? All that Resident Evil talking. I want to just like draw, I thought it would be cool to just draw their faces, like just draw their heads, especially Puddle Monster. I want to do the Lagoon Monster, and the Werebeast, like I want to do like a werewolf, just like head, you know, like looking straight on. And I'm thinking that'll make a very like simple, it won't be, I mean, not super simple, but it'll be easier than like doing a full composition. And I think it would make like a nice sticker, you know, so like a sticker design. And also people tend to like my originals that are like simpler, you know, like the ghosts. People love those simple ghosts. Yeah, oh, so, and I think they would make nice stickers on like a glittery colored background. So that's kind of what I'm picturing. So I'm gonna start by doing the sketch for them. I'm hoping I can get that done in the next hour. And then I will print them out and do them traditionally. That sounds cool, thank you. You need this first hour to rest and drink water. Yeah, I probably should grab water. Also, if you didn't notice, I decided to dress vampiric today. I was feeling very vampire-y. Hi Kat, happy evening. Hello. I first put on red lipstick. I was like, I want to be blood boy themed for Resident Evil. Because I rewatched, I love the part with wading through the blood. And then I was like, I'll just put on my like vampire fit. I actually wore this for my Nadja, this shirt for my Nadja costume, and these earrings last year from What We Do in the Shadows. Welcome, Kat. How are you? How's it going? Sorry, I'm streaming an hour early. I forgot that I normally stream at 6. So here we are. I will, you know, still stream the full amount, but I completely forgot until I sat down and I was like, why are all my timers wrong? Did I mess up that way? No, yeah, I'm sorry for apologizing. I'm not sorry. I'm happy y'all are here to join me. An hour early works great for me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so y'all enjoy the Halloween music. I hope you can hear it. I got a Halloween lo-fi for you. And I am gonna work on some faces. So first of all, I'm gonna do the creature from the Black Lagoon. I just got a notification Joe is playing Dota right now. We're friends on Steam, so when he plays a video game, it pops up in the corner. Joe, why are you playing video games instead of watching me? Huh? Watching me stream. Oh, Joe. You are here. Hi. It popped up. It's on my computer. Let me know. You are being stalked. That is so funny. Hi, Carly. Also, yes, early. I forgot what I normally stream. So early it is. Early tease. Okay. Which spooky game are we getting now? Oh my gosh, yes, I reset the thing. I am taking requests. You know, I don't mind if it doesn't cost money, but if there's one that does cost money, you know, that's when we do the fundraising. But if we can't think of anything, I'll, you know, try to do some that don't. So, ready to take requests. Joe, how are you? How's Dota? How are you watching my stream and also playing Dota at the same time? And Carly, how are you? Okay, so for this sticker, I am going to use a assisted layer. Dedication, that's when we call in John. I'm gonna do an assisted layer. And an iPad with the Twitch.tv app. Oh, wow. Very cool. Well, I hope you win your match. Is that what they're called? Is that what it's called? Doing great. Excited for Art Wednesday. Great. I'm excited that you're excited. Okay, so what I'm kind of picturing is, I feel like this would make such a cute little, you know, can't take two, gotta time myself because I got a couple to do. But I feel like he would make such a cute sticker with just his like face. I feel like people would love this. And you know what I'm all about is making sure that people love it. You guys know me. I do this for people. I hope you win your game thingy. Renee approves. Would love. Whew. That's good. You know, just like a simple... I'll have to think of some way to like... I just love these like faces. For a quick sec, I thought you were calling me a simp. Oh my gosh. That is some internet language. No, of course not. Renee, quit being such a fucking simp. Can you imagine? Oh my god, look at him. He's so cute. Memes. This is so funny. Alright, and then some like cute little gills. He's got his little gill things. This is pretty easy because I've already drawn him. He's a fun guy. I like his little smile. Just fill that. Wait, close up. He's a fun guy. Alright, I might, you don't want to smush him around and such, but it's pretty good. Oh my god. Automod held her. Alright. I gotta choose whether to allow this dirty word or not. For reason bullying. Allow. We'll post it to the chat. You know what, Joe? I think we're gonna allow this word. This is an 18 and up stream. Thank you for your message. He does indeed fuck. I love how funny both me and Zach find it when it's like, I guess it's good, you know, if there really was anybody being like horrible, but you all are so nice and tame that it's just funny anytime you guys say something and it's like, watch out. That's why I put the 18 and up. No kids here. Unless you're a cool kid. But no kids. Unless. No. Mm-mm. Maybe a little tongue. He kind of looks like a SpongeBob character. Oh, and he normally has this, like, let's see, these like little overhang things. He normally has 3 gills also. I will give him another set of gills. Yeah, exactly. Y'all are chill. And so it's like delightful when you say something that the like auto mod is like, whoa, watch out. I think Joe's bullying you or someone else. We'll get there, guys. We'll get to the stage of bullying each other. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll get there. In time. We're gonna be that type of stream. Bully each other stream. Alright, now another thing that I was picturing with this is adding bullying is the next goal. If we get to $100, we will start to bully each other, and it will be unpleasant. There's no way around that, you know. But like, what are we gonna not? Are we gonna not bully each other? I don't think so. But we got, oh, look at his chin when I give him a square chin. Yes. Yes. This is gonna be fun to draw too. I'm so thankful to Pass Me for already drawing this guy once. Makes it much easier. Already made some decisions, you know. Kind of wanted to be a little more sassy looking. He's a little too silly. Cassie watching them from above, like, hell yeah. Yeah. You're welcome for drawing this. Saving you time. Yeah, no problem. Past Inktober's. Anytime. And this is the thing, guys. Reuse your stuff. You have permission from me. Reuse it, baby. I love it. I love it. He is so fun. That should be on an Artie Business article, just like that one. One sentence. What did I say? Reuse your old art. Hey, I mean, if people need to hear it, I'll tell it to them. And I know you need to hear this. Reuse your old art, baby. That's all. $10, please. I love him. He's great. He's great. And the way I drew him is I gave him black eyes with like red pupils, but maybe I'd like better. Oh. Different color, but I think this looks good. McDonald's. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. Ba 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 ba. I love it. Actually, no. I kind of like it better like this. It looked good in the other design, but. And then, as Zach describes, kissable lips. Kissable lips. I'm just slapping on some color, you know, just to make sure, because that's a big part of the composition. Composition. And then if I want, maybe I just want him winking. And I feel like it'd be fun to have like some little design detail like coming off of him. Like, like little splashes. So based on the colors I have, it'll probably look like this. And I can decide how complex I want all the line work and such to look. Once I'm doing it like in Posca. Wouldn't this make a good sticker, right? I agree. I heartily agree. And so, you know, something like this. The liner would be like that. And then I think this would be fun. So that's looking good. Okay. Wait, it needs to be the white teeth. Yeah. And let's just try. He's like very shiny normally. And I love that for him. Makes him look real creepy. Okay, but like at Comic-Con, I saw a lot of people doing really cool like they would do the glitter stickers and they would use the glitter as like the background. You know, I guess it's kind of useful to. Oh, I hope there's nothing embarrassing here. Okay. I was looking at Burning Man outfits because I watched a video about Burning Man and about how. Anyway, and I was just curious about the fashion. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright, glitter texture. I'm not going to burn. I'm not a Burning Man person. But if you are, good for you. Okay, this works. We're not bullies yet. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Oh. Thought I downloaded it. Add the books. Okay. There we go. This is how I like simulate the glitter. Let's see. Like that. So your car has been to Burning Man? Whoa. That's cool. And then this is how I'll make a rough outline if you guys care. So I just copied this shape, which is generally the shape of the whole thing. If I was doing this normally, I would, you know, choose the entirety of the shape. But then I just, oh my God, this is gonna be hard to describe. Turn on Gaussian blur. Actually, first I'm gonna fill it all in with black so I can see it clearer. This is how I make an outline in Procreate for emulating or even actually creating my like die cuts for stickers if I want to see how it'll look. So I've got the shape of the whole thing, and then I turn on Gaussian blur and I turn it on the layer. Wait. Oh, I've got to undo that. All right. Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur. Turn it up until it's, you know, spread out enough to generally, so that the edge is close to what I'm gonna want. And then I like thicken it up by duplicating it a couple times. And this is so hard to describe. See, then it kind of creates like a halo around it that you should be able to like fill in. Well, this is the reverse, but oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So hard to describe. I thought it would be cool, but instead I'm just like, is this anything? All right, so like that. That's a horrible description, but look, you pull it out to the bottom and it's, you know, you can fuss with it, but it's roughly like the outline. Oh, and I did need the reverse of that. One of my favorite things on Procreate is that when you select something in one layer, you can then adjust it or fill it in a different layer. Okay, so there we go. This is like an example of what it might look like. Could you just explain that one more time? Okay. I mean, I can if anybody wants me to. I can try to slow it down. But yeah, this is how I can, you know, visualize what the sticker might look like. So something like this. I feel like his chin is a little too like handsome Squidward for me. So I don't think I actually like that chin very much. Thank you. I will draw it again. Yeah, did that make any sense? I can totally explain it if anybody wants me to more clearly. Alright, that's better. I like it a little rounder like that. And then maybe I would make like his eyes glittery also. Let's see. Invert. There we go. Everything except that. There we go. So, sticker might look like this. Maybe with glittery eyes, or maybe just a glitter background. Anyway, but I can figure that out later. The last thing I want to see is I feel like a little like wetness would look nice. And then I can move on to the werewolf. kind of cute little drops. I don't know, just playing around with it. The glitter eyes look good. Oh, thank you. Are you doing all days hand drawn in the end? Yes, I am. And I will tell you why, because then I can sell the hand drawn ones for cash money. Even if they don't sell during Inktober, they usually sell eventually. And I feel like I'm missing out on money if I don't do it. Zach told me, you know, he comes from comics background, right? He studied comics. Look at this. I love this. And he said that's a very common comics thing to do, is to I'm actually just gonna share this so I can have a reference. It's a common comics thing to do because comic artists, like if they, you know, if you work for like Marvel or something, DC, and you are a penciler or a colorer or anything for comics, he said often, I actually, maybe one of his professors told him this, that oh, and Joe's here, so maybe Joe can corroborate that, you know, they would say, or Zach, someone just told Zach, like, do a always do a physical version, because comic artists will sell those pages then for like $1,000 or like $2,000, you know. I'm not quite that popular enough to sell my originals for $1,000, but yeah, people will, you know, buy that. And you could go straight digital, but yeah, this person said always do at least one original so that you can sell it. That is a thing that was said. Joe confirms. Joe, thank you, Joe. Thank goodness. So this is the sketch, right? Really rough. This is also a tip. Your grandma's trying to FaceTime me. Go FaceTime your grandma. Do it. Say hi to her from me. This is also a comics tip. Sketch it. I learned so much from Zach and comics. He said sketch it digitally and then fill it with gray or like a really light color like this. Wait. And then print it out. I've already told you guys about that tip though. Because then you can sketch digitally and have the benefits of the symmetry tools and all that. But you can still, and you can just print it and it's easy. It's easy peasy. Okay, love that. We have sketched for this. Now it is time for me to draw my werewolf, and this will probably take a little longer because I haven't drawn this, but I want to draw like a, such a good idea, right? Yeah, anything you can do to save time. I want to do like a, you know, I want these both to be classic inspired. So I'm kind of interested in looking at these like vintage, like Halloween masks. And then doing it, you know, giving it my own, making it me. I guess they're called like Wolfman. Oh, the Wolfman. Zach's Art School, I'll sign up. Nice. Yeah, he's very much a teacher. Wolfman art. Let's see this. Werewolf mask. What comes up then? There's a lot more contemporary werewolf masks that I don't like. The vintage werewolf masks are so funny. But that's kind of what I'm picturing, something like that. You guys can't see, but you'll see when I start drawing. Okay. Let's just try. Okay, so this is a new one, so I can delete all this. And I can just use this for like rough reference. And then we'll do drawing assist. Alright, and then my favorite sketching tool, 6B pencil. And let's see what we want to do here. Oh my goodness, they're very funny. Oh wow, Spirit of Halloween is making vintage style masks. That's so fun. Here, I'll share the link. Look at this. That's so smart. They've got a smart design team that they've been working with. What other vintage masks do they have? I'm getting distracted, but oh my gosh! All of their they've got, this is so smart. So many like vintage style masks. I love this. I love this. Very classic, like, what is this, 60s, 70s? Oh, that's so fun. I love it. Because they know that people love that. So bring it back. Ah, the vintage phantom skull is very fun. These are good colors. And they look obviously better than the actual vintage masks. This one's fun. One of the prompts for the Inktoberlist I did last year was vintage masks. I did a character with the Swamp Thing guy, but first time really Googling those designs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to... Oh yeah, the vintage pumpkin. That's the classic pumpkin everybody draws. Okay, I'm distracted, but look, this one's dumb. I gotta share this funny one. Steampunk skull. Okay, then I'm gonna stop. Yeah, so I want to draw one kind of inspired by this. Let's see though. All right, first of all, so a kind of snarl shape I can try. I might want them to be smiling though. The punk skull. Wait, I didn't see it. The steampunk. Yeah. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're... Oh, the devil. I love these masks. Wow. Spirit. Doing good. And then it's gotta be, what, like a doggy nose, right? A doggy nose for sure. Don't know if I want him to be smiling, but the vintage, they were like... This might be too mad. I'll just save that and start another one. How do I want the eyes to look? The prompt was Ben Cooper. Ben Cooper costume. Handsome, boyish looking Ben Cooper. Looks like he was in Westerns. A big Cooper Halloween. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, those 70s. I think it was from the 70s. Those ones that are like masks attached to... Oh, Ben Cooper was a company. Yeah, those horrible masks mixed with these cheap like plastic shirts. Very funny. I have drawn a werewolf before also, but the face I feel like wasn't very distinct, so I'm gonna have to decide how I want to do it, you know. Gotta have some like strong brows, I feel like. Let's start with that. And then strong werewolf brows. And the old... Did you find the non-alcoholic pumpkin drinks? I did not. I found some online, but none that I could like buy, you know. But what I've been doing, I have had alcohol 2 times since starting my new medication. Technically, I have not like totally like absolutely don't eat alcohol, drink alcohol, you know. But I'm trying to do it way less frequently and not very much. So I've been like splitting. I've had it twice and I've had like a half can, you know, half glass. And then I don't drink anymore. But what I did find, so I guess I could get pumpkin beer. For Zach's birthday, I found a pumpkin spice cider that technically had lots of alcohol. It was like 7.9 alcohol amounts. But I only had half of it and it was really good. But since I haven't been drinking it as much, for the first time, I'm not really craving it. You don't drink and never have? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Not as often anymore though. I mean, as of lately. For the first time, I am not like super craving it, and I think it's partially because I do not want to mess with my with my medication. Because then it's like, what's the point of taking the medication? And so it's the first thing that I've done that's like, you know what, I'm good. Fear of my medication not working is the first thing that'll make me stop. Chain of importance, something else is more important. Yeah, exactly. Chain of importance is exactly right. That's a good descriptor. Doggy? Hi, Zach. A woggy. Now I need some kind of like... I mean, the eyebrows look pretty human, but... I want the, like, eyes to be... Oh my god. Ew. I love it and hate it. Wait, not that. Wait, you know what? You know what they should look like? Just the eyeballs that you draw. He's got the Buscemi eyes. Yeah, that is what they looked like. Wait, come back. Oh, they're gone for good. They totally looked like Buscemi eyes. Oh, goodness. Wait, drawing assist. Yeah, but I do kind of, you know... I don't know, I'm just gonna fuss with it till I find something I like. The Buscemi eyes. Thank you, sweet pea. Yeah, Zach, look, I'll show you the other thing I drew. Look, I took a picture of it. Here's the other one, ready to go. And I thought the like red background could be glitter and maybe its eyes could glitter or something, I don't know. Or maybe just a glitter background, but yeah, I'm gonna make it into a print and also then they'll be hopefully ready to be turned into stickers too. I think people will like it, just a simple, you know, classic monster you can slap on whatever you got. There you go. Look at Zach on his birthday. Look at him. Look at his birthday outfit. With the watch I got him. So cute. Okay. That's enough talking about you. Handsome though. Yeah, he's handsome. Good stuff, me. Yeah, way to be you, Zach. Round woggy or skinny woggy? Why is he woggy? Oh, because he's a werewolf. Okay. Maybe this one can have this, the Squidward, handsome Squidward chin. Alternatively, on this one, I could give him like square. Wait, maybe I'm doing too. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but let me just try it with like more square shapes as opposed to the round shapes of the. Let's try it. Might look horrible, but. straight hair. Potion seller face. Potion seller. Potion seller face win. Bring me your strongest potions. He kind of looks like a pinata now. Or does he? Hi, Katie. Welcome to Art Town Wednesday, where you can watch me make art or make art yourself. Whatever. Or both. Or both. Yes. Or neither. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna stop you. I'll try to stop you. But I won't. Katie's here for the jokes. Unfortunately, I didn't advertise jokes, so I'm not sure if I can provide jokes. It's not in the tagline. It's not in the branding. I didn't get it anywhere in the, quarterly report about what I'm supposed to do. This was comedy. You guys want a comedy? Is that the thing? Zach, are you saying you like the like other one better than this? Better than this? In this economy? Guys, in this economy? And that's what, thank you, that's what you call a joke. What's the deal with, don't you guys hate it when, am I right? Don't you guys hate it when you're drawing and, it just looks so good and everybody around you is like, fuck, how are you so good? And you're like, I don't know, I'm the baby. You guys know what I'm talking about? When that happens, it's like, or is that just me? In this economy, just as, okay. Oh. I do know about that. I know, it's very relatable. Yeah, then now, okay. Now this is kind of like, all right, I think I'm gonna try that again. Maybe, or, okay, let's try let's try like points. Everybody together now. As the comedian, this must be awkward for you. No laughter. No feedback. No, I'm fine. Are you feeling awkward? Let's try triangles. Doink, doink. Doink, yoink. Now it looks like a dragon. Or does it? Or does it look like a dragon? Woggies are very... This is a woggy. This is a woggy. Just a woggy. At some point you're supposed to pick on someone in the audience. Joe, you can shut the fuck up. Listen, Renee, you too. Shut the fuck up. Porcupine woggy. Oh. Is that, did I do it right? This is very confident. You can go, listen, you can go fuck yourself. Am I doing it, guys? Yeah! Yeah! Katie's like, yeah! Fucking get him! Get him! Get him! Pointy shapes. I kind of like, go off, pop off, get angry, time to rant. Yeah, what's the deal when, I'm just too good at everything that I do, and, and I don't, you know, and it's like, you know, it's like, fuck you, right? I don't think I like these eyes very much. Let the werewolf out. I thought maybe something like, hey, so Kat, I see you're here with your partner. Does he know you're cool? Because Yar? But you... Oh. Yeah, that's... You thought wrong. Pick on someone in the audience. Where do you work? I bet your dad pays for your... You look like you look like you sure, you know your way around, and then, you know, getting very nervous. You all scare me a lot. Alright, I can't noodle with this too much. Look at me trying new shapes though. In this economy, trying new shapes? I don't think so. You know, like, I'm so happy I brought up comedy. You know, like someone's punchlines go. I can feel it. Someone Selma Reagan now all eyes are on them, and Reagan. Fucking frick! What the fuck is wrong with you? Everybody's like, this is funny because they don't look like they'll be an asshole and then they are. Isn't that crazy? Edgy? Crazy and edgy and it's just so cool. That's my thing. It's kind of my thing. It's a kind of my thing. Is this anything? Is this face anything? I like the triangles, I think, in this economy. Now, what's up? What's going on up here? You know? Okay, guys, welcome to 6 p.m. when I said I was gonna do, if anybody's joining me, welcome to 6 p.m. when I normally start Art Town Wednesday. My name is Reagan. I'm an artist and illustrator in Seattle, Washington. And on Wednesdays, I take a trip to Art Town to work on art, whether I feel like it or not. And you are invited to join me to watch me make art, to make art yourself, and always to be nice to each other, except when I decide. We're actually fundraising to reach the point of when we can bully ourselves. So, no, sorry, each other, not ourselves. Don't bully yourself, bully someone else in this safe space. So once we reach $100, we can start all just being really mean to each other. We can stop pretending. We can really let the fuck loose. We can tell each other what we're really feeling, and that is that you know what it is. No, but welcome. I said I was going to start at 6, and then at 5 p.m. today I got ready. I sat down and I was ready to tell the internet that I was going to start streaming, and I was very confused by why all my timers were saying it was going to start at 6, and I was like doing the like calculation face, you know, and it turns out I was just ready an hour earlier than I do. Then I forgot that I stream at 6 p.m. every Wednesday, and instead, for some brain reason, I thought it was 5. So I started at 5. But welcome to the official time. Welcome to the danger zone. After $100 is gone. Yeah, we do need funding to be mean. If you did not join me for earlier, I'm sketching for some of my Inktober prompts, and I gotta really speed it up on the Wolfman. I'm slowing myself down. But I got this guy ready to be printed out, and this is the type of coloring I'm gonna do. When I print it out. But I gotta finish the other one first. And so I gotta stop with the freaking comedy, you guys, and finish this up. What are you gonna do with the donations? No, but for real, I am fundraising for whatever next video game. We gotta decide. I gotta decide. I don't know. But if you want to put it towards just whatever video game I decide, if you are, you know, wanting to be supportive in me continuing to stream video games, you can click the donate button down there, and it should do something. It should show up in the little thing now. I have connected it, I think. Ears, he wants to hear. Yeah. Does he like the classic Wolfman had like human ears, so maybe I'll do that. I just popped those on and I think it looks great. So thank you, Zach. And then the top of his ears will be kind of hairy, you know. Their ears, this is a non-binary. The human ones look, yeah, but like a little pointy like a dog, you know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then what kind of hair? But yeah, welcome. Pull out your own stuff. Now I will do what I normally ask. Now that we are at the regular Art Town time, what's everybody working on? What do you got going on? Are you working? Are you watching? Are you cleaning? Are you doing work? Are you drawing? What are we doing? Mohawk. Cube head. Alright, I'll pull out new assisted layer. Zach says cube head like so. Very Frankenstein. Kat is simply waiting for more jokes, and she's gonna keep waiting for the rest of her life. Grilling, then planning prompt ideas. Oh, that's fun. Thank you for bringing me on your grilling adventure. To your backyard, I'm assuming. Actually, I don't want drawing assist because I might want to do a kind of asymmetrical. I feel like I want like a person hairstyle. but maybe not. Like, I don't know, I'm just gonna... Because he is a werewolf. This does look like a werewolf, though. With the human ears, it does. Zone pond. Again, I say middle part. Did you... I did not see middle. Mullet! Mohawk. Good suggestions here. This is fun. Do you guys know those little, like, toys that are, like... So, I feel like where you can, like, do the hairstyle, and... Here's a... A mullet is very good. Mullet, I'm laughing immediately, and that's how I know I like my art. Oh my god, a mullet is very funny. Very grungy. Oh goodness. We'll come back to the mullet. We'll come back to you. Middle part. Again. Fancy. What's he grumpy about? Stylish and modern. Oh, did I say grungy? You said, and you were like, incorrect. TikTok wolf. Yeah, the TikTok wolf would be like curly, you know, and then curly in the front. Don't like that. Little hair tie. Oh, hi Tay! Happy Wednesday! Welcome! How you doing? Your drawings for my prompt list have been so good! And Victoria's too! I don't think I said that earlier. Victoria and Tay have done every day of my prompt list as far as I remember, and I love it. The top tail. Oh, the top tail is pretty cute. But what's gonna look, I feel like it's gotta be at least a little, you know, a little classic, although the mullet is really fun. Zach, back to work. Bye, sweetie. See you later. Yeah, I feel like I love the mullet. Oh, it's tricky. Mullet woggy fucks. Yeah, you do gotta check out Victoria's post. I think Victoria's favorite of mine is the Mothman. It's, very, very good. I mean, they're all good, you know. Hi, Pumpkin. Are you here to say hi to the stream? I really gotta draw a pumpkin, so you can't be distracting today, okay? Well, email. Okay. Well, already so hairy. Yeah. All right, I like the mouth a lot though. The mouth is staying, and I also like the triangle shape, I think, the best of them all, as opposed to the first one I drew. So I'm gonna keep that. But I'm gonna add in this. You know, I'll just copy it. I don't have to redraw it, redo the wheel, huh? Let's go. Tay's doing good. Oh, good. Good. There we go. Pumpkin is presently, I can hear her crawling into, I shared this on the Art Town Discord on the Cat Cafe. She likes to crawl. Oops. I've got a big box full of cuttings from, you know, pieces of bubble wrap from orders that I haven't used. And she likes to crawl into this little hole and get into, there's like not very much space, but she likes to get into the bubble wrap. It's very cute. Okay, time to decide. But the mullet. All right, I gotta decide on a haircut. I gotta finish this guy because I gotta start doing it in Posca. I gotta. Maybe his eyebrows will be dark too. Just a different haircut each day. Yeah, maybe there's like options for haircuts. Okay. Give up the other prompts. Oh yeah, okay. That's a good idea. Let's pull this up again and look at what the vintage werewolves look like. Again, they just have like hair going up to their just like hair going up to their top of their head, all the same like length. And that's kind of boring, but all right, come on. All right, I'm psyching myself out just by thinking about it too much. We just gotta draw something, okay, guys? Teaching moment for myself and whoever needs it. You're feeling stuck? Just start drawing something. Don't know what to do? Try something or move on to, you know, the next part that you do think you know what you want it to look like. Oh, often it also has that. Wait, let's try this. Isn't that right? That it has like a little widow's peak? Yeah, there's a lot of widow's peaks on these werewolves. So we can give that a try. A widow's peak, and then the fastest way to succeed is to fail. Oh, that's a better way of putting it. Yes. And then maybe let's try doing like, so it's got the widow's peak because this is his like his human hair. Grown on top, you know. Yeah, that's nice. So then it's gonna be like the kind of regular human like hairline, but it's all crazy and wild because he's a werewolf. We'll just try this. We'll see if it works. Bully mode reverted for wisdom. Renee now has 2 modes, bully mode and wisdom mode. Oh, nice. Tay has already seen Victoria's posts, but Victoria's name on Instagram is Green Mountain Art, which is different than Victoria's name here on Twitch. What will happen next on Art Town? Bachelor in Art Town. Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor in Art Town in Paradise. Renee doesn't want to bully anyone, but Renee will if Renee must. Which you must if we raise $100. That's the you just gotta bully amount. Can't stop the will of the donation. Yeah. Nor can I. Try as I might. Oh, look, wait. If it's like... this is kind of like Super Saiyan hair. Which is fun. I don't know if I like this. No, it's kind of cute. Okay. It's a little too boy punk. Another way I often see it is like smoothed back, which doesn't make a lot of sense. What other ways do I have? This is like one. The mullet is very good. The mullet is very good. This was a joke. This was the square version. Okay. And very good on the mullet. Let's just see if I can get like... I don't know. Let's just try something. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the eyebrows. What if his like hair kind of like flops over like this? Very, very monster boyfriend. Oh, guys, okay. To mullet or not to mullet? Because do I want it to be more traditional or do I want a mullet and it's funny? Because it's gonna have glitter behind it. I feel like people might, that might be something that people are like, look, a werewolf with a mullet, that's fun. Yes, or like the long flippy hair, it would set him apart. Yeah. Hair puns. Just give him a perm, curly perm. Give him a perm. I also don't know about these eyes. So, alright, I really gotta decide what to do in this because I want to print them out and draw them so bad. Balding! Oh no. Ironic, kind of ironic for a werewolf. Put his head behind a rock or a cloud or a plant. You're right. I'll draw hands in front of it, like. Put his hands on his head. Or do, like, what, a bicycle? Or a horse? Draw a horse on top. A car. The mullet is fun, okay? You know what? Ah! I just cannot decide. Ooh, I keep going back and forth. Okay. Alright. You got this. You got this. Just draw some... I was having too much fun, and now I'm like, shit. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, that's kind of fun. That's kind of like, look at that, kind of parted and still spiky. That feels kind of classic, but also kind of funny. I like that. Also like BF hair. The boyfriend hair. The boyfriend hair was the, this one, right? That looks nice though. Middle parted, layer 14. Oh, this one? The little flippy down hair? This is, yeah, this is, I feel like this is more classic looking while not looking as like dumb as the classic looking one looks. You know? What do you guys think of that? Would you agree? It's giving Zac Efron. Which one? The boyfriend hair? Make them... This isn't as good. Hey, we haven't fundraised, Renee, we haven't fundraised to the bullying part yet, okay? You can start bullying later. I'll let you know when you can start bullying, okay? I'm not ready. Renee, I'll let you know when you can start bullying. We're not quite there yet. Okay, but then also adding some more, like, some, you know, hair parts to, I also have to think about, how I want to color this, you know, like what parts are going to be what colors. I know you're not bullying. That was a joke. I was joking. That was my comedy. I was doing comedy for you guys. I'm fine. I don't have any feelings. None whatsoever. That was my comedy. Got him. do I like? My god, I'm picky. I am undecisive with this. He's cute though. I can change him. I can change him. I love making hot. I like hot monster lovers because I do feel like I have been told I make monster boyfriends, and I do like that, but I do like to make like hot and funny monsters of all stripes. Of all the genders. I think it's good. Okay, so the color is going to impact this also because the lines are insinuating that it's something different. All right. Let's look at my markers because I have to remember. I have to work with the like colors that I have in markers unless I want to paint. But who's got freaking time to paint, right? All right, so I feel like this red. Why? What color is it? It's normally like a yellow color. So first let's slap a yellow. Fuck around, he fucks. Yeah, we had to allow fuck. Oop, wrong thing. As an option. Alright, drawing assist. Okay, yellow. Alright. Yellow's good. So so the colors are gonna impact the design too, right? So first of all, I gotta center him down a little bit more because he's gonna be the whole thing. Okay. Oh my god, it's gotta be as in the center as I can. Okay, yes. All right, I love him. All right. I love him. And now we just gotta quick decide the colors. We can try, I might like yellow teeth and like yellow eyes, but just for now, I'm gonna do this. And I have, they often combine it with like a red, so let me just try it with red, see how I like the red. And then people do like this kind of thing. Oh, I don't know, we're just trying. Oh, interesting. It kind of looks like a monkey more now, which I guess is part of the, I don't know, we're monkeys, right? So I suppose that makes sense. That would look like that. And where's the, I think it's here. And then maybe, red line work there. These would make nice Rizzos. Ooh, I want to make Rizzo prints very bad. I just gotta get it together, Get it together and do it. I want to do it. redhead. He's fiery. He's got a fiery temper. Maybe a red background for him as well. Moggy. Woggy. Dun, dun. All right. Wow, him spooky. Talk to Dan about Rizzo's. Oh yeah, he does do Rizzo prints, doesn't he? He just had his first in-person market. He's not here to talk about it, but if he was, I would talk to him about it. I hope it went well. He looks like the Lion King. Like he looks like Simba colors. Cause this is what color Simba is. He's very, his like face is very like squished together, so the nose fill helped apart from looking monkey-like. So now monkey doggy. Yeah, that's what werewolves are, right? Monkey doggies. Moggy. Oh, monkey doggy, I see. Oh, when I filled it in black, right? Because that's like a dog nose. Are they? I didn't know. I mean, because a werewolf is a mix between a human and a wolf. So that would be a monkey and a dog, huh? A monkey-ish. All right, I'm gonna get water because Renee told me to. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Renee. Hydration. And also, Renee says, stretch and massage your jaw. My jaw has been not very painful lately, and I love it. Can always use a stretch, though. Thank Jawses. I like this guy. I forgot I'm gonna be adding black into it because of this. Black is part of my color palette now. You guys like the red and yellow for this? I think he's fun. He also is going to be... Let's look at them together. Ooh. He looks so simple compared to him. And I also wanted to add some little... I felt like little like hairs coming out, you know. The other guy has little splashes. The red sparkly theme, yeah. Turn off drawing assist for now. said, turn off drawing assist. And I can always, you know, fuss with it when I'm working on it, but I think it looks good. Okay. So next, we turn this off. I'm just gonna make sure it's roughly even in size to the other one, which is underneath it for comparison. Yeah, looks about the same. Okay. And so I'll turn this off, combine these two layers, turn off this underneath, and we will print these out. Print them out. Okay. All right. Awesome. 6:40, finished in an hour and 40 minutes doing the sketches, and now to prepare to do the actual things. Oh, do I want to try to draw Mothman, a little Mothman face? Or did I want to do something different with Mothman? I know Mothman was yesterday. Yeah, Mothman's kind of like the whole rather than just the face, you know. So I think I will skip Mothman for now and come back to that, add it to a future one. I'll just do these guys. All right. And how I print them is successful arting with a side of stand-up and belligerence. Oh gosh, I got here late. What crafts are happening? Okay, so I'm doing the hand-drawn version of these. So these are getting made into they're gonna be printed on here. I'll describe it as I go, and so you can see. So first of all, I'm gonna grab my Bristol board because that's what I use for my Posca markers and such. Bristol, like so. And then I'll just, oh, look what's in it. This was, I guess this was last year's Inktober, the sketch for this guy, which I still have the original for. All right, pull out a piece of Bristol. And then I get out the good paper cutter. I have one that I got at Goodwill where the blade is dull and I can't change it, and it was just like a little cheapie. And then I have the good one that I got new that you can change the blade, that has a little measuring arm. And it's got a little wire on it so that you can see exactly where you're cutting. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my paper to 5x7, which is what I'm gonna be drawing these in. A kind of small size, but you know. Had no idea. Nice emotes. Yeah, I want to make more Ragonia specific emotes. Do I want to do these in 5x7 or 8x10? Maybe I'll do 8x10 actually. Yeah, that should be fine. It's hard to get the details and the, yeah. So measure it using the cutter because it's got the ruler attached. And keep these for scrap paper. So I did the 10 side. Yeah. 10 inches long by 8 inches wide. All right, page 1, paper 1. Get the next one. Inches by 8 inches. Okay, awesome. So now we have our pages, and then I've got my printer here, papers. This is what I'll be drawing on. Now I got my printer, and I can put the paper in the little rear feed, and then I can adjust it to exactly the size that these papers are, which is 8 by 10. And I turn it it's an Epson printer, if it matters to anyone. I turn it to premium matte paper because there's not a Bristol paper setting, and the premium matte works pretty well. So now I pick up this, and since these, I drew it at 5 by 7, I'm gonna actually make a new one at 8 by 10, so it's exactly the right size that I want it to be, 8 inches by 10 inches. And then I'm gonna paste what I just copied into the middle, and I'm gonna turn on the drawing guide so I know it's centered the way I want it to be. And I can actually turn on magnetics and snapping. Snapping will get it right on the middle. Or it should. There you go. Yeah, see the yellow lines? So it's centered now. And then I'll just scale it. So let's give it the size that'll be nice to draw and will look good for the person who buys it. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so I'll just, I'll fix that in a sec. I'm gonna grab this also because I want them to kind of, I don't know, match for no reason. I'll just delete this, paste, and I want this to roughly match in size, so I'm gonna put them over top of each other so I can tell that they're generally the same size. And let's see how that looks. Looks great. And this also looks great. All right, and then I will, now it's already the blue color, but I will, oh sorry if my music's too loud. Here you go. I will turn the opacity down pretty low because the printer will still print it kind of heavier than you intend. You want it to be light so that you can see it, but that it's, you know, not bothering anything. And yeah, so see how light it is. This is about 14%. Then I just print. Share image. This is on, you know, my iPad. Print. Got my printer there. Just gotta make sure it's the right size. Yes, 8 by 10 inches, and then bada bing, bada boom. And then I just gotta make sure. Often I've got a weird pop-up that says you're out of paper. That comes up on my iPad every time. I don't know why. And if for a while I was pressing the cancel button automatically because I was like, ugh, what's this pop-up? And it would cancel my print, and it would cancel it like halfway through the print. So, and while this is printing, I think Pumpkin is in the place that I told you guys about. The little her little cave that she's sitting in, and I kind of want to show you while it's printing. Let's see, is she in there? Okay, I'll show you. Here's the printer printing. Show us the cat. And then here, I'll turn on flashlight. Oh, can you stay there? so there's Pumpkin back there. And see here, wait, you can't see, it says the printer needs paper. I gotta press continue. So that was her back there. And this is all the bubble wrap that I get in, you know, Amazon. I don't order online very often, but when I do, they send it with tons of packaging, and I keep it for my own packaging purposes. There you go. Okay, so this printed out. You can barely see it printed much darker than it looks on here. So you can keep that in mind if you're doing this yourself. But yeah, ready to be drawn. Okay, and now we'll do the next one. Turning the same down to like 14. I'll try even lower. I think there's like a minimum, you know, just because it's ink on paper, I feel like it can't get that transparent, so. Mind blown. That's what I'm here for, teaching you the tips. The tips and tricks. All right, print. Oh yeah, okay, I haven't put in the new paper yet. All right, do it again. And then I'm gonna reset this up so that you guys can watch as I draw the Posca. Gotta rearrange everything. So I'll do a quick, you know, BRB while I set that up so I don't give you motion sickness. The printer is no longer available. Are you kidding me? Printer, we're on live stream here. Are you gonna? There you go. Okay, that's what I thought. Export unsuccessful. We will see about that, won't we? Okay. I'm gonna do a be right back so I don't swing ya all around, but I will very much be right back, okay? Katie, I'm not leaving. I'm just setting up. Okay. Yeah, it's an intermission. Go and get. No, we've got our real intermission coming. That's before I play Resident Evil. I'll leave a positive review. Thank you. Thank you. Getting some candy. The review is like, I hate art. Okay. And we're back. Hello. Back to the ink part of Inktober, and I love that the picture's got my little monster face and it looks like me. Okay. Alright. Let's do it to it. Now to the real ink part. Watching you ink are my favorite streams. You like it? My God. I'm so happy to hear that. All right. Well, then here you go, Carly. This one's for you. Oh, I need my other. I've got some. I need better lighting. That's what I need. Okay, that's pretty good. I just like turned my 2 desk lamps over this way. I'll turn the music down a little bit. All right, here we go. Part 2. All right, we're gonna just jump in here with filling in the backgrounds. You know how it is. Do the big backgrounds first, and then we can get in with more details. Why do you like watching the ink? Is it relaxing? I know there's all kinds of people that do like painting on, you know, Twitch. People like to watch people like paint traditional media. Oh, you like watching the building of color and layers. Oh. Aw, so glad you like it. I'm glad it's satisfying to watch. It's satisfying for me to do, so glad it is also visually interesting. Yeah, a lot of layers go into my Posca pieces. A lot of layers. So have you all done any like Halloween-y activities yet? It's what, the 5th? Maybe it's too early. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's as like into Halloween as I am. I'm like the most into Halloween. No, but I often assume people are as into Halloween as I am. And it's not always the case, if you can believe it. If you can believe. Or do you have any planned? I don't really have any planned myself. I'm not very good at planning. Doing these streams and like playing the video games is about all that I have planned. Nothing yet. The fog this morning was nice. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest was really foggy, but it's been so hot. We've had an unusually hot October now. Not yet, no time yet, but I will soon. We have our Thanksgiving next week. Oh, nice. Oh, painting pumpkins, Victoria. That's fun. That is actually, you were reminding me, I do have doing that planned. I want to paint pumpkins this year as well. Instead of carving. I want to do some painting. Because last year I carved them and they died. They rotted so quickly. I wonder if in a future art I can be even more intentional about how I lay down these inks for the first time, but maybe it's just my process. That would be more fun, I think. Less work, yes. Your kids are too little to carve. Aww. That is cute. Little knives, too dangerous. You have kids and you find time to do Inktober's. I know, right? And all the art that Victoria does. It's so impressive. I stay up too late and get up too early. Drink too much coffee. Oh, that reminds me, guys, I am going to switch to decaf coffee for the first time in my life. As recommended by my doctor. Because I'm taking a medication that can raise your heart rate itself, and my doctor was recommending I try to switch to decaf. And I just bought the decaf coffee, and Zach was reading about how to do it. Has anybody else ever switched to decaf before? I don't drink a ton of coffee myself, personally. I drink one a day in the morning, and I don't feel like it particularly wakes me up. I feel like I just do it for like the ritual of it, you know? And oh my god, I just remembered I have glitter that I could put on these. Ooh, that's fun. I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna do like a little test so I can see how the Posca marker on this paper takes it so that I don't ruin it. So I'm gonna just like draw the colors I'm gonna use. Seems I'm ready for any medication. It seems, yeah. You're ready for my medication that I'm taking. Real glitter. Alright, what colors? I also have a glitter green that, I don't know, it's probably too small to use in any significant way. Look how tiny. Look. It's too dark to see. It's glittery. It's a little glittery. It's probably like good for details. Like maybe, I don't know. It's good for details. But I will use this color green. And oh my goodness, where's my other green? Oh, here it is. These two greens. Green and apple green are the colors that I use. So I'll do that. And I'll do this. And I'll just do some black. Remember, this is just to test the glitter overlay. Okay, and then the other one is also black and just yellow, I think. Black, red, and yellow. Just in case I want to use it, maybe I'll also do this color. Alright, and then I'll let that dry, and I'll put a layer of my glitter that I have over top of that. Alright, and so while this bottom layer is drying, I'm gonna come in here and put the red background layer on here. Yeah, so we're gonna switch to decaf, and I am interested to see if it lessens any of my like anxiety feelings. And switching to drinking less alcohol, I feel like has thus far been helpful. So I'm interested now about caffeine. I mean, decaf, you know, has a little bit of caffeine, but I wasn't really drinking it for the caffeine. But it had caffeine in it. And I was doing it every day, so I know it was affecting me somehow. Sometimes caffeine frequently would make me feel tired instead of more awake. Like I used to, when I would drink more coffee, I would want to take like a coffee nap. Oops, I dropped it. Oh, that looks kind of interesting. Where I would drink coffee and then I would want to go to sleep again. Go back to sleep. Even though I typically, when I wake up, it's like whenever I wake up, I'm like, boom, fully awake. And I have to really work to get myself back to sleep. which is a problem if I wake up way earlier than I mean to. You know, if I wake up at like 5 a.m. and I don't have to do anything till later, I have a hard time getting back to sleep. But yeah, after my coffee, like right after, I would like be like, bedtime part 2. Yeah. I also, while I was at the convention, I was so tired on Sunday. Such a long week, goodness. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this caffeine thing. And I got myself a double espresso, a double shot espresso, just straight espresso, because I was like, I just want to real quick get some caffeine, get to wake up. And I was like, I feel like it's probably gonna make my heart beat real fast. Took the double, you know, four shots of espresso, double pull, right? And I felt nothing. I still felt tired. No effect. No heart rate raised. I was like, what? Nonsense. Nonsense. Sometimes caffeine does make someone more sleepy and relaxed. Yeah. Caffeine never makes me feel awake. But I like how it tastes a lot. Very much. I also just got, they've been lately out of my favorite soy milk coffee creamer, but I got a pumpkin spice almond milk coffee creamer. Oh my god. It better be good. It's never good. I never like the pumpkin spice creamers, but every year I'm like, maybe this one. Maybe this time I'll be lucky. And I'm not, you know? You know what I mean? You guys know. It's hard. It's hard out there. The most coffee I've had is the rare bottled Starbucks Frap, which tastes dang good to me. Rule Renee, what do you drink? Do you just drink a lot of water? What's your beverage? Tea? Are you a tea person? What's everybody's favorite beverages? Mine was beer. And it probably still is beer. I love beer. I love it so much. I love wheat beer. I don't like IPAs, personally. I love amber ales. And I like a spicy beer, kind of, you know. Dr. Pepper. Ooh, a classic. Dr. Pepper is good. It's one of the best sodas. Oh, also we love soda water. Plain soda water. We drink tons of that. We used to get the, you know, LaCroix. Actually, we used to get Talking Rain, which is like a local brand that was very affordable compared to LaCroix. And then they stopped making it, and we got from Goodwill a SodaStream for $10. And now we've been using that. And it's very good, very refreshing. Almost as good as beer. I drink water and juice. I love soda, but try not to drink it much. And a hot chocolate, like a small child. And fresh squeezed juice. Nice. Ooh, like orange juice. Fresh squeezed. Wow. That's nice. Fresh squeezed juice. It sounds fancy. Zach loves smoothies. He always wants a smoothie in the morning. I don't like smoothies as much. I feel like it's a lot of fruit for not a lot of return. Okay, we got the backgrounds going. Let's see how dry this is. It seems pretty dry, so I'm gonna go get my glitter and see how that looks. On it. Oh wait, it's right next to me. I reorganized. Oh well, I have two different types of glitter. Let's see. Like how I just put it right on the paper. Ooh, this is a stiff brush. It's kind of pulling the color around, especially the black. Maybe if I really let it dry. I don't know. Don't want to smudge the black on this. Alright. But we'll just let that dry. Probably it will need more than one coat if I am to do something like this. And you can't really tell if it's glittery until after it dries. Alright, so I'll just leave that. Got a layer of the color on there. Nice. All right. Making good progress. The glitter should increase the price by $100. $500. Maybe an extra $500, please. Okay. Now this one. Let's put the next layer of stuff down on this. Okay. Let's start from top to bottom so I don't smudge. Kombucha is a treat, and I like aloe drinks with little aloe bits. Oh my goodness, I've never had an aloe beverage, especially with little aloe bits. What does that taste like? Never had that. Interesting. Orange juice with pulp. Oh, that's a divisive one. When I was a kid, hated pulp in orange juice. And I haven't really tried it as an adult. I don't think I was very picky when I was a kid. I'm not anymore as much, except for being vegan. I guess that is technically picky. But I'm not very picky in terms of texture like I used to be. I used to hate all vegetables. Yeah, $5,000 Renee is what I should charge for the glitter, just the glitter. And I also like kombucha. We love ginger kombucha, especially. That's our favorite. Me and Zach, we'll get a little kombucha as a treat sometimes. Ginger, big ginger kombucha. Aloe. Whoa. Maybe now's when I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see all the details. Is kombucha not something you can drink daily? You can. I think kombucha has like sugar, like soda, you know, and it's kind of expensive, so you know, that would probably be a lot to drink every day. And caffeine, yeah. But sugar, it usually has a lot of sugar also. You know, most people try not to drink tons of sugar every day. Not good for your teeth, especially. Sipping, I've heard that sugary drinks, I remember a dentist saying that having especially like sugary coffee drinks, or just any really like sugary drink that you're like sipping for a long time, like sweet tea, you'll it's especially bad for your teeth because you're like constantly reapplying the sugar to the top of your teeth. And so they said like you should drink it quickly if you have a sugary drink and then brush your teeth after. Kombucha is a punchy juice, spicy juice. Fermented probiotics. Oh, carbonated water is not good for your teeth because it's acidic. Uh-oh. Well, we'll try to remember to... We do drink a lot of that. We'll try to remember to drink some plain water after. I learned that carbonated water tastes the way that it does because of a chemical reaction. When you put the CO2 into the water, it makes the same type of material as like the same type of chemical composition as like mustard, or at least that's how our like taste buds react to it. So that's why it tastes kind of spicy. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? We should stop using our teeth. It's dangerous out there. I know, and isn't it crazy that they aren't covered in the same freaking health insurance as the rest of our health insurance? That's nuts. And our eyes and our teeth do not count as part of our body, even though your teeth are some of your most important parts of your body. Ugh. It frustrates me so much. I just had to deal with some elements of the healthcare, my insurance and the healthcare system today. And I get so mad. There's not like many things that like make me actively mad in daily life. But interacting with like health insurance always makes me so angry. And not at the people that like work in it, you know, I'm never mad at them. But like always without fail, like I try to like talk to people, you know, to be like, what's the answer to this? Can you help me find the answer to this? And even the people that work there are like, oh, I don't know, this is really confusing. And like they're always on their computers and the computers are like, it's like the computer's not letting me do this. And I can't find this. I don't know either, you know? And like I'm trying to get a so on my new medication, when I went to the pharmacist to pick it up, they said your insurance doesn't cover this. It's gonna be $470 for 30 days worth of this medication, or sorry, like $450 worth of this. And I was like, bleh! Or they were like, they didn't tell me how much it was. And I was like, can you tell me how much it'll cost without insurance? Oh, wait, I'll get into this. But Renee says, dear Emily isn't here. Apparently you should wait 30 minutes between eating and brushing as the enamel needs time to firm up. Otherwise you can brush off or damage most of it. Oh, that's a good tip. Never heard that. So sensitive. But yeah, so they were like, it's gonna be that much. I was like, how much? She was like, and like clicked around a little bit and she was like, it'll be $450. And I was like, well, if that's the case, I can't afford it. But I got a text from my like psychiatrist and this is how much, you know, it's got like a coupon or something. And the person was like, and like tried the coupon. She was like, I don't know, and had to go get like someone else to like, the pharmacist had to get another pharmacist to come help plug it in. And they were like, okay, now it's gonna be $30. And I was like, okay, well that's better. And then I told my psychiatric nurse and she was like, they said it wasn't covered by your insurance? That shouldn't be right. She was like, this is a very like accessible medication that usually is covered, and also it should not be very much, and you should call your insurance. So today, thanks for letting me rant about this. Today I called them and I was like, okay, my psychiatric nurse said I should call you because I'm trying to see if my insurance covers this new medication that I have. And she, like, you know, I gave her, you know, my information and I told her the place that I went before, and she like sounded really confused and she was like, you know, like typing things into the computer and like trying to run like test claims to like see if it's covered. And she was like, where did you go before? And I told her and she was like, oh, that pharmacy isn't in network with your insurance. I was like, okay, so that's why they said it wasn't covered by my insurance just because I was like, is that right? Is that why it said it wasn't covered? Because I went to the wrong pharmacy? And she was like, yeah, I mean, probably. I was like, okay. I was like, can you help me find a pharmacy, the nearest pharmacy that is in network with my insurance? And she was like, there's a Bartell's at this address. And I like looked it up and I was like, okay, that's, and this is with my insurance, right? This is the like help, this is like the benefits and help desk at my insurance on their phone, right? And she was like, that's, oh, I looked it up and it was the one in downtown, and I live 40 minutes by bus from downtown or 20 minutes in a car. So pretty far, right? I was like, what is, I mean, is there another one? That's very far from me. And we have tons of pharmacies near us. I live in the city, like on the same street that the previous pharmacy I went to was on. There are, like 8 pharmacies. There's like a Target with a CVS in it. There's a Safeway with a pharmacy in it. There's the Bartell's that I went to. There's a Walgreens, and then there's like tons of medical stuff in my neighborhood and tons of pharmacies. And then even further down the street is like the hospital location of my insurance provider. And I was like, you know, I felt bad for this lady, but I was like, are you able to like help me find a place? I like gave her my address. She was like, yeah, I think that downtown one is the closest. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. What? No. It can't be that this one downtown Bartell's is the only pharmacy. I was like, I feel like she's misunderstanding. Because that doesn't make any sense. This is Seattle, Washington, right? We can't just have, and this is one of the major insurance providers in the city, as far as I know. I gotta go get some of my markers. Thanks for listening to my rant, by the way. Okay, well, I don't know where my markers are. And that's my TED Talk. No, I've got more. Where's my markers? I was just using them. Oh my goodness. Well, I have no idea where my other markers went, so I'll just have to use what I have here. And also when I went in the, when I went in the kitchen, I saw that I had forgotten to put my groceries away that I had gotten 4 hours ago. Yeah. I'm quirky. It's so fun. It's so fun. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll keep going. So yeah, I'm trying to find like I'm like, where can I pick up my medication? I am close to so many pharmacies. This has to be possible. And, you know, my insurance person, they could like, was like, I don't know, you know, and I was like, can I get them at the like medical center for my insurance? And she was like, well, you can, but it looks like only if you get the like 60-day and not just the 30-day. And then yeah, insurance will cover it. So you'll only have to pay $12 instead of the, well, I would have to pay $20 for 60 days instead of $30 for 30 days like I'd paid at the thing. And I was like, well, that is a significant decrease, but, and she was like, you have to order it in and you can't get the amount that you're looking for. I was like, what? And then, as they always do, she gave me like another number to call, and I was like, I'm just gonna try to call my medical center specifically to ask them what they have and if they can help me with that. And I called them, and the number that is like listed online seems like it's just a general number. It's not like specifically, even though I was trying to specifically call my, it is too complicated. It's so frustrating. Yeah, so I got like this all like run around and I still don't know, and I'm like, can you help me transfer? Like, every time I call people, it's like, oh, on top of that, Zach was like, well, you can look up if your like medication is covered, because every insurance like company should have this like list of, different, all like as many basically different drugs as there are, and it's got like 4 different, oh my god, it's so complicated. This is what makes me so mad. And I have a super hard time with this kind of stuff. It's like a test. It's like, can you get through all this, And like, it's a difference between $12 for a month's supply, $30 for a month's supply, and like $460 for a month's supply. Is like the amounts that we're playing with. Oh, it makes me so mad. Okay, but the thing with the looking for the, looking, like, checking to see if your insurance covers, and this is even after I have it, right? This isn't even trying to decide which one to choose, as I do because I'm self-employed and having to wade through all of that. This is after I've chosen and I know what my, insurance is. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, and I feel like it's like more complicated for everybody, because everybody's got to have their own specific system for it, and it seems like a lot of the people in it like don't exactly know how it works, and it means there's like tons of people having to be like having to figure out like every like tiny aspect of it, because like I don't know. It makes me furious. It's like, it feels like such a waste of time for everybody involved. Thank you for listening to my rant on healthcare that I want to do every time I have to interact with anything relating to insurance. It is so frustrating. So frustrating. Oh no, I stepped away and missed the rant. Oh my gosh. Oh, and you work with healthcare. I bet it's frustrating for you too. Or the people in your billing department, because it is complicated as fuck. I watched the VOD. Yeah, I was just saying how super complicated it is, and that it makes everybody in the system confused and have to like use extra time to like, each time someone has like a question or has like a slightly different circumstance, it takes so much and so many different people and so many different forms and computer programs to try to figure it out, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes me mad. Makes me mad. It's rude. Yeah. And at the same time, it seems like the people that work in it don't get, even paid what they should. Especially to cover the student loans that people have to get to work in it, you know? That, I don't know, it makes me angry that this happens to so many people. And this is, you know, not even emergency stuff. Like, I'm, you know, okay, but you know what I mean. One of the private clinics I observed had an army of insurance specialists and lawyers to stay on top of it. Oh my, an army. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Yeah, and then with like dental, and I mean, I haven't had to interact with vision very much, but with dental, then it's a whole separate thing. And depending on your dentist, you have to be like, they're like always trying to get extra money, you know? They're almost like, I mean, they're nice enough at the like dentist that I go to, but like, I was like, I have jaw pain. I feel like this is related to my teeth. Maybe it's my teeth. I was like, as a dentist, do you have any advice on that? And they're like, yeah, we have a service where we have a new service where we can give you Botox, and it can help a lot with jaw pain, TMJ disorder. And it lasts like maybe a couple weeks, and it costs probably like $3,000 or something. Oh, and I was like, no, thank you. I would rather not do that expensive short-term option. Thank you for offering, dentist. But like, that's the solution, you know? If it's like tied to money so much, then you're gonna be like, what's the solution that can like get the most money back to all the people that are doing it, I feel like. AOC was saying even elected officials and federal workers don't get dental or vision. Oh my gosh. That's great. That's good. That's good. Cool country we have here. Sorry. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. And then when you stick around with like your insurance thing, you feel like you can't leave because you're like, I've just learned how to like do this insurance. America. My daughter had to get some required dental work done before a medical procedure, and it wasn't covered by our dental or medical insurance. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I'm just paying and caring for myself, like, let alone little kitties, you know? Alright, I've made myself mad. It's royally messed up. And poor patients with pre-existing conditions. I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like generally like a healthy young person. Also, you know, you guys have Shake Shack though. Renee's like laughs in Canadian. Shake Shack. Oh, Shake Shack. All right. Well, that was a. I made myself mad with my rant again. But thank you for listening. I appreciate that you guys relate. And it's like I just don't think about it until then I have to interact with it, and then I very much think about it. And I've been interacting with it more because I'm like, if I'm paying, like, I also have a relatively affordable option in Washington. We have this like partially like subsidized, like tax subsidized thing depending on your income level And so technically my insurance is like an okay price, and I'm trying to like use it, baby. But my dental costs way more than my, and I don't have vision because I don't have glasses. I really could use my other markers if only I knew where I put them. This would be good for a larger marker, wouldn't it? I guess I can crack open a new one. I'm gonna complain about it. Here. What's it called? EMDR? No. Damn, what's that called? The sound thing? ASMR, right? Okay. Shake Shack overpriced, like our goddamn insurance, like everything. In this economy, there we go, we brought it back around. We brought it back around. I know you don't belittle the trouble we go through. I know. And I know Canada is not perfect either, but elements of it are a little better. What's the deal with Canadian college? Or university, as I think you call it. How does the, do you guys have like a similar like student loan situation as in the US? ASMR on Twitch is weird. Oh, is there ASMR on Twitch? Is it uncomfy? Oh, I've seen all kinds of weird stuff. Sometimes I like, so I've been posting these videos about I've been posting these videos, you know, for Resident Evil, and sometimes at the end they like give you links to recommended ones, and I've been just like just like checking it out, and there's some like I don't know if you guys know this, but there's some like sexual content out there on Twitch. No, that seems obvious, but it's like weird because it's like sexual adjacent. I feel like, I guess it's fine, but it's a little, I guess I'd say like disarming, because it feels like I don't know. Like I feel like I saw one, okay, no shame, you guys know, no shame, but I saw this girl that like does like yoga or like ballet, like she's a ballet dancer, and she like does video games and also like does yoga on stream, or sorry, does ballet practice, but it feels like it has like another I never had Twitch until your stream, so you introduced me. Gotcha. I'm paying 5 different e-girls. Oh, e-girls, I guess, is partially what it's called. E-girls, yeah. It's just I feel like alarming to me, or just like kind of surprising, because of that it's like quasi-sexual. I feel like it's like a little like hee hee. Hey, no shame, Renee. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Nothing wrong with e-girls. They crack. Oh, I'm not sure why Twitch is more aggressive considering underage kids. True. Yeah, maybe that's part of it. That it's like this is a just chatting stream, and I don't know why it makes me feel weird. Because it's like I don't know how I feel about it, so maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Gotta do some more exploring, I guess. Tay's like, oh, sick. What? They cracked down on gambling streams. That's right, I saw a little bit about that. Gambling streams. Yeah, that like there's like, I think there's like a hot tub stream or something where you just like it feels like no shame, but it's just straight, it's just, I don't know, it's like, it's a weird in between for me, and I think that's what makes it feel weird. It's like on purpose, but like not trying to act like it's on purpose, sort of. Or it's like it's an in between, and it's like a little bit of like that, like kind of acted intimacy, or like I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've seen thumbnails for those. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I guess I also want to believe that that's not like the main option for like femmes on Twitch, you know, that like it's like guys are gamers and guys are gamers mostly, and girls are like sexy gamers mostly. You know? I know there's diversity, and there's like there's all kinds of things, but there's yeah, people do their old niche things. That sounds, wait, never dared click. I dared and I said, girl, what? That sounds too sensual. Girl, get your bag, but no. When I want ASMR, it's like dogs eating a cabbage sort of. What? You said, Kat, did you see? You said you saw other ASMR on Twitch? That Twitch was weird with ASMR? YouTube, dog eating cabbage. I've seen that. It's very cute. Yeah, any kind of animal eating cabbage, like big juicy something. It's pretty good. I'm liking this guy a lot. I think he's cute, but I'm gonna come and do another layer on this because he needs. Bunny's eating basil. Kind of like, we love the sound of Pumpkin drinking her water. We love that little slurp slurp sound. It's a similar type of sound. Women on Twitch don't seem to be like real people. It's you know, it's just an interesting like subculture to stumble into on the same place that I do my silly drawings, I guess. This is it's just unexpected. You're like, oh, someone else playing Resident Evil. And you're like, oh, but it's in like a kind of quiet, flirty way, sort of. You're like, oh, and also, I don't know. There's lots of, if you look on art Twitter, it is very popular to draw the titties. That is like, that's a good way to be a popular art streamer. Do the titties art. People love that. There's a lot of that. They love it. Just like, what ArtStation is that too? Recommends ear mic clicking. Ugh. Oh, mukbang. Or maybe Twitch. Oh. Fuck that art shit. Yeah. 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 Yep, exactly. Twitch is just so varied. Twitch, it's so varied. Reagan's opinion. All because I bought some AirPods. Kat, what are your feelings on mukbang? Also, YouTube, but I guess that's just the internet. But it's interesting when it's all like kind of mixed together. And the algorithm like recommends you to something and you're like, oh, I've stumbled upon a separate part. This one likes the ears. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mukbang started in Korea and it used to be a way for people to vicariously enjoy food and company, but now it is sexualized. Interesting. Interesting turn of events. I didn't know it was sexualized now. Sexualized. Like vor or like... Wow. Muk means to eat, bang means room, eating room. Oh. Okay. Mukbang. Enjoy eating vicariously. That's nice. One part of YouTube that I have stumbled upon that I very enjoy, and I know it's a specific thing because there's tons of channels that do all the same thing, is restoration Twitter or YouTube, where people restore very rusted, old, or broken objects. And, you know, to me, that's like my ASMR. Because I discovered it like soothes me so much and it's very satisfying and very relaxing. It's like that's my ASMR, or that's my like slime videos, or, you know, like people also like, you know, things that people find like relaxing and satisfying. Restoration videos are that for me. My ASMR is your comedy. Yeah, I get that a lot. But I like to, like, if I wake up too early and I like can or should sleep some more, the way that I've been getting myself to sleep is grabbing my iPad and I choose a restoration video and I turn it on with no sound and I turn the brightness all the way down. And most of these people, when they restore it, they like don't talk at all anyway. It's just the sounds of them doing the restoration, and they kind of like talk you through they like text, like write through the process generally, where it's like, now I'm gonna make this, or like, this is broken, I need to fix this, you know? And it's very relaxing and very satisfying to see like a broken, totally rusted thing become like new again. One of my favorites is My Mechanics is what it's called. Yeah. And they all basically do the same thing, where they like, it's so funny in the comments, they're always like, I like this one the best because he doesn't talk or do obnoxious music. And I'm like, none of them talk and none of them do obnoxious music. Coffee and tea pours are my ASMR. Ooh, I feel like I've seen the coffee pours where they like make a coffee, like stir it up and add the ice and all that. Is that the same thing? And rain noises and power wash videos. I have seen, I feel like, adjacent power wash videos. I've seen Power Wash Simulator, which doesn't look as good, because some of the satisfying things is like seeing something that's become like something over time, and like seeing the differences in it, if that makes sense. Like, ooh, this part's particularly dirty and we're gonna clean that off, you know? Carpet cleaning is how I got into the restoration videos. I watched a couple carpet cleaning videos. But in the like power wash simulator thing, it's simulated and it's on a computer, so it's like relatively evenly like dirty, you know? And I find that not as satisfying, personally. Also cleaning videos, not power wash, but the ones where they landscape neglected yards. Oh, those are good. I've seen some of those. Yes, I love this kind of thing. Love it. I've also been watching a cleaning video where this girl, and one girl in particular, goes to very dirty houses. She's, I think, in Sweden, and she goes to very dirty houses and cleans them for people for free. People who have like depression, especially. She goes in their house and thoroughly cleans it, and that's part of what's satisfying. Is she, you know, it's not like evenly dirty like the power wash like simulators. It's kind of like irregularly dirty, and it's like, ooh, let's see what like new dirty thing we can find and scrub, and how long does it take, and what do you need to do, you know? These all sound lovely. Her name is Audi Catalina, and I'll write it down if you guys wanna. I saw her first on Audi. I think it's this. I think that's her name. Audi Catalina. Hi, I'm Audi Catalina. She's Scandinavian, and her accent is very cute. Very cute. She's very happy. She's like, I love trashes. Look at these trashes. She's adorable. Hi, I'm Audi Catalina. Marie Kondo, did she do videos? Oh my god, did Marie Kondo do videos? In 1970 they were doing stuff. In 2020 we watch people do stuff, yeah. Or we're all more relaxed people because we're watching these relaxing things. Like this, I'm showing you guys. I hope it's relaxing for you and inspiring to watch me ink in my drawings. I'm part of that, I suppose. Something like that. Yes, The Joy Lady, she's on Netflix. Oh yeah, I loved that show. Loved that show, very satisfying. I do a lot of her techniques in my own home, and it makes me much happier. I fold my underwear just like she taught me. I've got a little box with my underwear, so I'll fold it up. Same my socks. I fold my clothes in the Marie Kondo way. And I love to go through my stuff. And I don't love getting gifts, generally, like for my birthday and things. I like y'all's gifts. But for my birthday and things, I am pretty, I like edible gifts, especially, because I don't like to keep a lot of stuff around that I have to clean, you know? So if it takes a Marie, Reagan, send me edibles. Well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't ask the folks on the internet. I trust all you, but I probably shouldn't put it out there that I'm like, send me things I can eat. Unless I know you, you know. When is my birthday? December 19th. December 19th, I'm turning 29. Yeah. Oh, it's coming up. apps send me things I can ingest. Yeah. Alright, I'm trying to imitate what it looks like on the other side. Let's see. I'm getting a P.O. box this month. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Love to have that extra expense for our businesses, don't we? No, but it's fun. I feel proud of myself every time I go to my P.O. box. My size is, it was exactly the size of the package that Kat sent me with the stream sun in it. So it was like this, it's like the medium size of my place. Here, I'll look at the box for you. Logan. So I think this box that it was in is a little smaller than, yeah, that's why I have one also. Just because I send out a lot of packages. Okay, so mine is about 10 by like 3.5 or something is the size. Okay, guys, goodness gravy, it is just about time for me to stop drawing soon. So, if anybody would like to share your art, it is about time for you to share it. I know we've been doing lots of cool stuff, and if there's anything you want to share on the stream, pop it in the Discord, because it's time to share with our pals. It's sharing time. Oh wait, is it? Cool, thanks for stop drawing and start living. Go out and touch grass. What? It's about time for me to get ready to play Resident Evil. I wish my Werebeast was ready, but my Apple Pencil died. Oh, that's okay. You can, if you want, you can share the things that you made before. And we can share your other ones next week. Carly posted a couple. Awesome. I do seem kind of thirsty. So I'm loving this guy. I'm very satisfied with how they're coming out. So it's very partway done, but you know, these big parts are important, and I think these will make great stickers when they're finished tomorrow. Great progress. Thank you. All right, let's pull up y'all's art and appreciate the beautiful things you have been created. And we need a name. I don't have a name for this part of the stream. Aw, Carly shared hers. Let's appreciate Carly's art together. Community time in a segment I like to call Community Time. Touche. All right, Carly shared some of her most recent prompts for Peachtober. I saw some of these early. Oh wait, sorry. Here you go. Oh, what a cutie! Look at this. This would make a cute sticker. Aww. I love this. This is one of my favorites, I think. Oh, and also this, of course, this is also by Carly. This adorable little cowboy cat. We love the cowboy cat, of course, with the bandana, the perfect little ear hairs, and the little star in the hat. Cute. Yeah, on a transparent. Oh my god, that would be great. Also adorable. Also, his little eyebrows are so cute. The cowboy makes you laugh. Yes, that's the best art, is the one that makes you laugh. So cute. And then your sweet little dandelion. This is good, very designy. Like, very like, I don't know, this feels like crisp, you know? I like this one a lot. And I think I remember you putting it like in the bottom of one of your streams, and I felt like that looked really good. This is good for, by designing I mean like it would look really good like as decor on your websites and such. Love this, Carly. Great work. Love to see all the things that you're doing. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, stream assets. Yes. So cute. Awesome. Well, that is, looks like right now that is all that we have shared this time. If you guys want to see, if you haven't already, Tay and Victoria have both been doing my prompt list, and you can see that on their Instagrams if you guys want to share those. If you guys don't already follow, or you can check it out in the hashtag Ghoulish Gallery to see not only Tay's and Victoria's and mine, but everybody else that's been doing my prompts. Tay's typing. Oh my god, Tay is gonna post something. Speaking of which, speak the devil. Tay's gonna add a few. All right, Tay, please do. We would love to admire. And while you're doing that, I'll just, oh, she did it already. Ah! Here are some of Tay's Ghoulish Gallery versions. Here's her Banjo Witch, which is so cute. Witch. Oh my god, I just noticed the banjo looks like a moon. That's adorable. And I love their fancy hat and the like cool composition. You are doing such cool compositions with these like the like character elements, and then the little like decor and the shapes, and then these little like swooshes that you've had. Those have been really fun to see, and I feel like I haven't seen a lot of like compositions done this way lately, so that's so fun to see. Speaking of which, here's another one. This one was the Puddle Monster prompt, which I think was another, so the Banjo Witch was Renee's idea, and the Puddle Monster I think was someone else on the stream while I was making the list. If you remember that it was your idea, call it out. This one's very cute. Cool shoes, and I like the little exclamation point as you're, so it looks like you have like a shape, you've got the like the concept, and then you have like an additional like movement swoosh for the most part for a couple of these, and so that's a fun combo that you've been playing around with. I love that. And then this one, of course, adorable, such a cute little Mothman. Ah! With the little moons and a little bow tie. So cute, so cute. I want to adopt that Mothman. Oh, adorable. I think this one would also make a cute sticker if you do. I don't know if you do stickers, but I think this one. Ah, the little hair swoosh on the top. So cute. So cute. Love it. Tay, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for making them and for prompting me to make this prompt list. It was partially with your encouragement that I made it at all, and I'm having a great time, so thank you. And thank you for sharing your lovely characters. All right, and Renee's got some up. All right, awesome. Thank you, Tay. Renee, let's see your cute guys. Love. All right, this one's one of my favorites. Renee is doing, let us know your prompt list that you're doing. I think it's called Endicott's Tea Party. Is the prompt list. I think I saw, I've seen some other people doing that. This one, what was the prompt for this one? I love this guy. He's so funny. With the little hand reaching up. He's like, no. Yeah, love this prompt. Attic, very good. Attic. And he's like a little like huge. I like how big he is. That's really fun. Did I miss one? Wait. And then how about this one? Which one was this, Renee? Also very good. I saw you said you like when you saw the like worm going through, that you knew this one was be good. I also love the worm going through. That's so cute. And you know what? Seeing this, you are reminding me that I was just about to tell you, it is so smart of you to do just like line work, because that saves you a lot of time. And I'm just now remembering that I had also intended to just do line work to save me time. And I am not. So I think I need to start doing that. I need to do what you're doing. This seems very smart. I think, look, I mean, I'm on day 2 of my own list. And still, yeah, but it looks great. And what I was gonna say is you can, you know, color it later if you want to. If you have any that you particularly like, it's like easy to, you know, change it up later. Love it. Oh, and this little guy, I don't think I saw this. Oh, good. What are these little toes cutting the line for this little mouse clown? Ooh, and I just saw your signature. That's a fun one. Rinzorade. Ooh, very cool. Very architecture. Nice. Very cute. That's so funny. And also, like, I like the little smiley overalls. That is also super cute. Oh, cute. What was this one? Circus. Oh, thank you. I do it stacked and then in the regular. Oh, that's right. Nice. Can tell you're an architect. Awesome. Oh my gosh. We got 3 prompts from Renee, Tay, and Carly. Renee, thank you for sharing that so much, as always, and also Tay and Carly, thank you for sharing your awesome work. I look forward to seeing more next week during Art Town, because it is time for me to put the art stuff away, feed my cat dinner, and get ready to play some video games. I have done a lot of arting work today. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but also I did some client work. And so as a reward, I'm gonna play Resident Evil Village. So thank you to anybody who has joined just for Art Town. You have a wonderful night. And I'll see you next week. I think I'll be able to do the morning stream next week, but I will obviously post about it ahead of time if I'm not. Same time, same place. I'll be back working on more Drawtober with yous. It was lovely to work with you. And for everybody else who is staying for the spookies, I will be back in 10 minutes or so after I set everything up, feed my cat, clean everything up, and get ready to play Resident Evil. Also, if anybody's watching does not already follow me, please follow me here on Twitch. Give me a follow. Consider subscribing if you like the stream. I'm trying to mostly use... Oh, good night, Victoria. Thank you for joining. See you later. Have a great week if I don't see you till next Wednesday. And... oh, Cat can stay for a little bit. Pumpkin is complaining. Yes, so follow me here. Consider subscribing if you like the stream. If you extra like the stream and want to see me make more art and support me and have me do more, cool things, consider becoming a resident of Art Town. That's my patrons on Patreon. There should be a link in my About section, or you can go to patreon.com/Ragonia. And I've got some bonus things, like you can join the Discord here and share your art during the streams, and you can make a resident card, and you can join the cat cafe and see everybody's pictures of their cats, and you can see my art ahead of time. I don't know, there's all kinds of benefits, I like to hope, and it's fun. And you are also just sponsoring me making art myself more regularly. Okay, that's my pitch. Whatever you do, thanks for listening to me, thanks for chatting and joining and supporting. I will be back in a few minutes. And back to play the spooky time. See you soon.